So welcome to the second video lesson of Python programming, and I hope you also read the written tutorial of the first video lesson. If you didn't, then just go ahead and check out the written tutorial of the first video lesson. Anyways, in this video we're going to learn about type conversions in Python programming. So first of all, what we mean by the word type conversion. So type conversion is basically changing the data type of a variable. This is what we call as type conversion. Let's say there's a variable like a here, and this a belongs to, let's say, integer data type. All right, it belongs to integer data type, and for some reason you want to convert this. You want this a to be as string but not an integer, because your program demands that. So in that case, you want to convert this a into a string based on your needs, and you can even convert it into a float, or you can even convert it into a character. So the process of doing this, the process of converting the type of data, is what we call as type conversion. Now before going into type conversion, let's see the denotion of the common data types in Python. So in our previous video tutorial, we have learned 4 data types: integer, float, string, and character. And there are other data types like long as well, but we'll be learning about those in the upcoming video tutorials, video lessons. Anyways, so if you take the first data type which we have here, it is integer, and integer is denoted as int, all small letters in Python programming. So what I mean is, whenever you want to say integer during your Python program, you have to mention int. You should not like write integer, the whole word. You should just write int, because that is how the Python interpreter is going to understand. If you just write integer, the whole word, the Python interpreter is not going to understand it. And coming to the next data type, float. And if you want to do something with this float, I mean, if you want to write this float in your program, then you have to write float, except all of these things are small letters. In the same way, when coming to the next data type, which is string here, if you want to write or if you want to declare a variable with a string, then what you have to do is you have to say str. You have to not say string, because Python interpreter will not understand string. So str denotes string, and similarly for character, chr denotes the character. So whenever you want to write character in your program, you have to say chr, but not the whole word character. So that is the denotion of the basic data types in Python programming language. Now let's go ahead and let's see how do you convert the data types actually. So first of all, let's say we have a number like we have, let's say, a equal to 23, let's say. So we want to convert this number or this value into string data type, and initially, as you could see, this is in the int, which means integer data type, because it's not enclosed within any double quotes or single quotes, and it's a number and it's not having any fractional part. So that's why it will be considered as an integer value by the Python interpreter. So let's say you want to convert it into a string. Well, of course, if you want to convert it into the string, you should say, I mean, it should be enclosed within double quotes like this. Only then it will be considered as str, which means string. All right. So how do we do this? How do we convert 23, a equal to 23, into a string data type from an integer data type? So let's go ahead and programmatically see how we can do that. Let me go to my Python idle. Alright, so I'm in my Python shell right now, and let me write, let's say, a equal to 23. Okay, so as soon as I hit enter, a is going to be assigned the value 23 in the system memory. So if you're not sure about what the data type of a is right now, then you can just use this command type open and close parenthesis, and inside this open and close parenthesis mention a value or a variable. In this case, let me say a. So what it's going to do is it's going to return the data type of the variable a. So when I hit enter, there you go, it says class int, which means the data type of A is actually int right now. So that is what it means. So let's say we want to convert this into a string data type, as I've told you earlier. So how do we do this? Well, it's very easy. We can like explicitly convert this variable A to a string data type. And to do that, let's say converted equal to, this converted is actually a variable which I'm using. You can even say anything you like. You can just type in your name or any random text right there, making sure that you obey the laws of the variable name declaration, and all those stuff will be on my blog probably, so you can go and check out the rules for naming a variable, because I don't have the time to explain all of that in this video. So that's why I am like keeping some part of these things on my blog in the written tutorial, so you can go check those out. Anyway, so I'm just saying converted equal to str open and close parenthesis, and inside this open and close parenthesis I'm mentioning A. So what it's going to do now is it's explicitly going to convert the data type of the variable A, and it's going to convert it into an str data type. Let me hit enter, and it has done. Now let me just type in print, which is the print statement in Python, as we have learned in the previous video tutorial, and I'm just printing the value of converted right now. So as you can see, the value of converted right now is 23, and if you want to just know the data type of the variable converted, just use the same technique, just use the same function, type converted. So as you can see, the type of the variable converted is str, which means what this statement actually done is it has converted the data type of A into str. So that is how you do it. Now let's say we have the same variable A equal to 23. Alright, A equal to 23, and let's say we want to convert the data type of A into float. How do you do it? So same way, you just say converted underscore float equals to, once again this converted underscore float is a variable name which I'm giving. You can give anything you want. So converted underscore float equal to, so in the place of str you just type in float, and the rest all is same. Just type in float open close parenthesis, and inside this I'm just going to type in A, and I'm going to hit enter. So let me print the value of converted underscore float to just make sure that the things are going as we expected. So as you can see, it's printing 23.0, which means it has added this 0.0, the fractional part, to the number 23, which means it actually converted it into float data type. And if you still don't believe me, you can just type in type of converted underscore float, which is going to return its data type. And as you can see, the data type of converted underscore float is float, which means this statement actually converted the data type A into the floating data type. So how do you do the reverse? How do you convert a string into an integer? Let's say we have a string, like let's say A equal to 23. Okay, let's say A equal to 23, the same example. And now the type of A, as you can see here, is str. So the type of A is str, and we want to convert that data type into an integer data type, from string to integer. Please note that. So how do you do this? Simple. Just say any variable name. I'm saying converted underscore int in my case. I'm just going to say integer of A. So let me print converted underscore int. As you can see, it's printing out 23, and let me just show you the type of this variable converted underscore int. As you can see, the type has actually changed to integer from string. So same is the case with float and integer. If you want to convert float to integer, just do the same. Just in the place of int, you just type in float. Whichever data type you want to convert to, just mention it there and open and close parentheses, and in between those open and close parentheses, just type in the variable or the value you want to convert. So that is a simple way of converting one data type into another data type. That is how you do it in Python programming. It may vary in other programming languages, but in Python it's as simple as that. So now we have converted integer into string, and we have converted string into integer, we have converted integer into float, we have converted float into integer, and you can also convert string into a float or float into a string. You can do the same method as I've did now. It's as simple as that. Now just go ahead, and we have one more data type remaining, right? The last type of data type which is remaining is CHR, character. So yes, there is a way, I mean, you can convert string to str, or you can convert str to character as well. And surprisingly, you can even convert CHR to integer as well, and you can convert integer to CHR as well. So this concept is a little bit different from the other type conversions. So let's say you have ch equal to small a, like this, alright? And let's say you want to convert the data type of this ch to integer. Okay, so what I'm doing is I just want to convert chr into integer. So how do you actually do it? I mean, if you do convert this this character a into integer, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because a is not a number, first off, and that violates the rule of integers, because integers means only numbers. It doesn't take English alphabets or any special characters. So how do you convert it? Now there are things, I mean, there is a thing called ASCII code, ASCII codes to be plural. And what this means is every character is assigned a particular number. Every character, every English alphabet, or every number, or every special character like hashtag, dollar, or ampersand symbol, anything is assigned a unique number so that computers can process it. So let's say we have a character A like this over here, and this character A, I don't think it looks like A. Let me rewrite it again. So I have a character A within single quotes, which means this is actually in the data type CHR. It belongs to the character data type. And this small a actually has a unique number for it, which is 97. So in the same case, small b also has a unique character, which is 98. And this 98 is constant. I mean, it's just assigned to the number b, and it can't be for any other character or special character or whatever it might be. And for C, it's going to be 99. And for D, it's going to be 100, and so on. It will go until Z, and for Z, finally we have 122, if I'm right. Anyways, so in the same way, if you take capital A actually has a different ASCII code. By the way, these numbers are what we call as ASCII codes. All right. So capital A has a different ASCII code as compared to small a, and the ASCII code of capital A is 65, and for capital B it is 66, and so on until for capital C it's going to be 67, and so on until capital Z, which is the final letter or the final English alphabet, it's going to be 90. Okay, so these are fixed values. All right. And in the same way, for even the special characters, or for even a white space, has a ASCII code. So for white space, just a white space like this, the ASCII code is 32. Like that, there are ASCII codes for everything, because computers only understand the ASCII codes. Like whenever you type in a number, or sorry, whenever you type in a key on your keyboard, your computer is going to process it. It's going to first take the ASCII code of it, and it's just going to process rest of this thing with the ASCII code that it has. So that's how the things work. So what we can do is, when I say converting a character to an integer, what I mean is taking or extracting the ASCII code of that particular character. Let's take the same example. We have ch equal to small a, and if you want to convert this into integer, then we will have the value 97, because the ASCII code of a is 97, as I've told you earlier. Okay, and in the same way we have, let's say, ch equal to capital B. This is small a and this is capital B, and in this case if you convert it into integer, if you want to convert it into integer, then we have to, we'll have a value which is going to be, I think, 66. Alright, So how do you convert this character data type into integer data type? It's simple. You can't just say integer of ch, which is a data type, which is a variable name here, because let me show you by just saying that thing. Let's say ch equal to a. Let's say intg, which is a variable name, is equal to int of ch, and let me hit enter, and as you could see, it actually resulted in a error. It says value error, invalid literal for int with base 10. So we actually failed in converting character data type into integer data type. The reason is it's not the right way to convert a character to an integer. The right way to convert a character to an integer is by using a function ORD, which returns the ASCII of a character. So that is the right way of doing it. So we can't say integer of ch. What we can say is ORD of ch. In that case, we will be successful. Let's go ahead and try it anyway. So as you can see, I have ch equal to a. Let me do it again. Ch equal to a like this, and I'm saying integ equal to ORD of ch, and let me hit enter, and as you can see, it didn't show any value error. Now let me print the value of integ. By the way, I don't need to type in the whole print statement. I can just type in integ like this, and if I hit enter, as you could see, 97 is here, because as I've told you, the ASCII code value of the small a is 97. So that's how you do it. And in the same way, let me say ch equal to capital Y, and let's say integ equal to ORD of ch, and let me print integ. There we go, 89. 89 is the ASCII code of capital Y. That's why it is printed 89. So what I want you to understand is this function, or this method ORD returns the ASCII code of a given character. So that's why we use this function ORD. Now we are almost there, and we have converted a character into integer. So we are successful in converting this. What about integer to character? Can we do it? The answer is yes, we can do it. How do you do it? Well, once again, let's say we have an integer variable. Let's say a equal to 66, let's say. Okay, so a equal to 66, and of course it's going to be of integer data type, and let's say we want to convert it into character data type. So how do you do it? You can just intuitive thinking, what you have to do is you can just say chr of a, right? So let us just go ahead and try writing this chr of a, and let's see if we've got the thing right or not. So let's say a equal to 66, and I'm saying chr of a, and we actually converted a into a character. As you can see, it has printed b, which means we are successful in converting integer into a character. So we have now done all these conversions. Don't get confused over here. As you could see, I used no variable, like I didn't declare any variable, and here I declared a variable first, integ, and I assigned this value ORD of ch to the variable integ, but here I didn't make use of any variable. And yes, you can do it as long as you're working on the Python shell, and in Python shell the results are real time, and each line will get executed separately, individually, as soon as you hit enter. So that is the difference between the Python shell and working in a new window of idle. So don't get confused over there, and you will understand about it as we proceed. So that is it for the second video lessons. In this video lesson, we have learned everything about type conversion. We have learned how to convert one data type to another data type. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video, and also do go ahead and read the written tutorial about this video lesson. It's on my blog. The link will be in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. So thanks for watching once again. Subscribe, like if you like the video, dislike if you dislike the video, and let me know your questions in the comment section below so that I can try to help you out. Cheers.